Hi everyone, good afternoon to all of you. This is Keshab from India. Today in this video I am going to tell you about President Donald Trump, the president of the oldest democracy, and our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, why respects Donald Trump, and similarly why Donald Trump respects and loves his friend Modi. So there must be some chemistry, some secret chemistry. That's why they have a close relationship, and which that has been built in last 10 years, and I would say that more than one decade. Why and how this friendship arose, and how this friendship grew, and how this friendship tightened, and now how this friendship and to what extent this friendship is known to the world leaders. Okay, I would like to say first that some similarities between Donald Trump and Mr. Narendra Modi. We all know that Narendra Modi is now 74 years old. What is the difference between age difference? How many? Prime Minister Narendra Modi is now 74 years old. He was born on 17th September 1950, but Donald Trump is now 18 years old. So the age difference is only 4 years. So 4 years difference means, friendship in our friend circle, we mix with 3-4 years junior and seniors. Okay, so you can, this is age is a factor. Age is number one factor. Number one. Number two, we'll say the democracies. What are the two are the most important democracies in the world now? In the global arena, you will see that United States of America is the promoter, protector, and protector, of democracy. At the same time, the Indian Prime Minister or India is also promoter, protector of democracy. So both the countries are the votaries of democracy. They both, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and United States of America's President Donald Trump, love each other because both of them have one agenda. One similar agenda. Both of them cherish. What are these? This one is promoter and protector of democracy. So wherever there is violation of democracy, they raise their voice. Okay. So number one. Number two, I would say that term of highest office. You see that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, yes, at first he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat from 2001 to 2014. So there are 14 years he worked as the Prime Minister in Gujarat, as the Chief Minister in Gujarat. Thereafter, he fought the battle of Indian parliamentary democracy, and in the Lok Sabha he won in 2014, and he became the Prime Minister of India for the first time without having any experience and knowledge as an MP. He became first time the MP or Member of Parliament, and but many of you know that in 2013 already the BJP or the Bharatiya Janata Party selected him that he will be the face of the next election, means the election of the 2014, and he fought, he led the campaign, and he won. He means the Bharatiya Janata Party with 2/3 majority alone won the election. Okay, so as Chief Minister of Gujarat from 2001 to 2014, and again from 2014 to till date, he is serving as the Prime Minister of India. Prime Minister of India is the real executive. Okay, and what happened to Donald Trump? Donald Trump similarity. What does the similarity lie? Donald Trump also did not have any experience of presidency or like that. For the first time, he became the president in when at first in 2000, at first in, I would say, in 2016 to 2020. Okay, so after that Joe Biden came and Kamala Harris became vice president, and thereafter this is his second term. This is his second term as the president, right? So at first in 2017, I mean, though the election was held in 2016, but the presidents of the United States of America, take an oath on 20th January. This is the custom of that country. Okay, so he worked as the 45th president and 47th president. Okay, and I would say that Indian Prime Minister, he is the 15th Prime Minister, right? So there is similarity. He has 2 terms. Donald Trump is having 2 terms experience and is having or enjoying, and similarly Mr. Narendra Modi is having a little bit more experience than Donald Trump. Okay, so number 2. Number 3, I would say that population they lead. What are the, you all know that India now is the largest populated country, isn't it? So India is having 1.46 billion population, while the United States of America is having only how much? 346 million 871 and 707 population. Okay, so India is leading. Indian Prime Minister is handling or managing the responsibility of more than how many people? More than 4 times population in the Prime Minister of India is handling. So in this sense, I would say that Indian Prime Minister is more having or facing more challenges than the United States of America. Okay, so you see, United States of America became independent how many years? More than 150, more than 250 years ago. But Indian democracy is a young democracy. It is only 77 years old. Okay, so now you see, then I would say that what is the size of the economy? If you see that what is the size of the economy they are managing, the United States of America is the world's largest economy with $30.3 trillion. The GDP of the United States of America is $30.3 trillion. But India, how much? India is only $4 trillion economy. Only $4.3 trillion economy. So you see the difference. The difference is too much. On the other hand, if you see the national debt, you will see the GDP of the United States of America might be $30 trillion, but its national debt is $36.3 trillion. Just imagine. So the economic condition of, maybe they are very strong, they are having very strong economy, but national debt is a factor, and that factor you cannot deny. And the United States of America is having a national debt of $36.3 trillion. On the other hand, India's national debt is much lower, that is only $3.3 trillion. Okay, so now I am coming a personal comparison. Okay, so if you see what is the height of Indian Prime Minister, is having 5.7 feet. It means 5 feet 7 inch, or you can say 1.70 meter. Okay, height. On the other hand, you say Donald Trump is a little bit taller than his friend Narendra Modi. He is, you say, 6 feet 3 inch tall. He is 6 feet 3 inch tall, but Narendra Modi is 5.7. I mean 5 feet 7 inch tall. Okay, and many of the, in India also there was a debate, or people, or particularly the opposition party leaders, were claiming that Modi is already 70, but Modi is already 70. I told you that he is 74 years old, but earlier they had an internal policy to work or hold office till the age of 70, but he is already 74. The people were saying that he should resign from office. Okay, and but what happens, if you see the lifestyle of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, you will find that he is one of the fittest persons in India, I would say, at his age. Why? Because Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a very ascetic person, and every day wherever he may be in India, he may be in UK, he may be in Bangladesh, he may be in the USA, he may be in Africa, he may be in Europe, wherever he may be, he does yoga every day in the morning, and then regularly he does. He is a vegetarian, so he takes vegetarian diet, and not only that, abstain from alcohol and tobacco. But whenever we look into the fact of Donald Trump, we see many people in India, there is a perception that many people, I mean most of the people in the United States of America drink alcohol, and they lead a very bad, or bad means unhealthy life. They work too much, but they do not take care of their health. They are not health conscious, but it is not a fact. Donald Trump himself, very recently, there was also in the United States of America, there is a system that if you are going to hold the highest public office, then you will have to check of your health, and that should be exposed to the people, so that people of the United States of America can know, can understand that who is going to be their president. Okay, because if the health of the president is not stable, if the health of the president is not well, then how will he rule the country? An old man or an ailing man can never rule the country, okay, because he will have to always think about his health. Okay, so now you see, let me tell you a little bit about Indian Prime Minister. So he enjoys this life, okay, and he is really and he looks younger, and he looks energetic. Always you will find that he is very energetic, and he is very happy. He remains happy, he remains smartful. Why? Because of his lifestyle. Okay, so you can see a vegetarian man, a truthful person, a honest person, a sincere person, a patriot person will never suffer from illness. Because when we see, when there was COVID, he used to take very white, I mean he used to take vegetable as food. He used to take and he used to, what I said, massage with mustard oil. So you see, and he used to do pranayam. So this was his lifestyle, and he sustained, and he was not attacked with COVID, right? So there is only a minor age-related problem. There was a medical team who checked Mr. Modi's health, and they said that I mean there is a little minor age-related problem. Otherwise, he is good. Now, the Prime Minister's medical team includes a personal physician, a critical care specialist, a surgeon, and a paramedic. The team travels, heavy, carrying around an army array of medical equipment, including many things: a defibrillator, a fusion pump, and portable suction machine. Like all these things, the heavy equipment is packed in around 8 bags, the doctor said. Okay, so the team is usually recruited from among the top practitioners and from hospitals such as the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, and Lady Hardinge Medical College, All India, and all from Delhi hospitals. I mean, when he was 64 years old, maybe thereafter also, I mean, his medical team could not have any problem or any health issue with him, because he always does a very ascetic life. He does yoga, and he takes every day. He takes takes very light breakfast, and he takes vegetable food. So that gives him a freshness throughout the day, and he eats also less food. Okay, and during the election campaign, he used to say that if the Indians work for 16 hours, he will work more than them. It means how powerful he is at the age of 74. He tells the people of India that he will always work more than average Indian people, including youths. So he works for 16 hours to 18 hours a day, since morning 5:30 to 12 p.m. 12 at night. So you just imagine how much does a man work. A man work from early morning to midnight, okay, sometimes even more than that. So still he looks young, still he looks fresh, still he looks energetic, okay, wherever he goes. You will not find that he has become very dull, he has become very shabby. No, you will never find. So this is we also feel proud that our Prime Minister is at this age he is very healthy, and we pray for his good health, okay. At the same time, you see, if you see that the health of our US President Donald Trump, you will see that recently a report was published in Times, and it was written by Rebecca Sinead. And actually, you see, President Donald Trump remains in excellent health and is fully fit to be commander-in-chief, his physician said in a report released by White House on Sunday, April 13. So this is the latest report. In what happened in case of India, I mean, people were saying that Narendra Modi should step down and he should not hold this position. But similar thing was there in the United States of America. In the USA also, many people said that Donald Trump should not fight because he was an older man, he was an old person, and how will you handle, how will you manage his very tough and very hard work as president. To become the president of the United States of America is not a matter of joke. It's not a matter of easiness. It is a matter. It is a very tough work. It is a very hard work because he or she needs to tackle the global problems, global military problems, global economy, and global communication, science and technology, arms and ammunition. So many things, and internal problems are also there. Every country is having internal problems, but the people said, many people in the United States of America said prior to the election that whether Donald Trump will be able to handle the works due to his overage, okay. But that is why Trump is, you all know that during COVID-19, Donald Trump said that COVID-19 could do nothing. COVID-19, he did not care of COVID. He said that he did not use even mask, while all the people throughout the world wore mask, but he refused to wear mask because he said that COVID could not affect me. But though ultimately he was affected by COVID-19, but to prove himself before the people of America, he attended a medical team. And at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center on Friday, just a few days ago, on April 13, okay. So the first physician of his second presidential term, okay. So Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, he attended, and Donald Trump consented to Dr. Sian Barbavella, the president's White House physician, releasing the results of his cognitive test and physical examination and other tests, okay. Per the report, or as per the report, Trump's height, what is the height? Yeah, I told you that 6.3 inch, okay. So 75 inch and 224 pounds is his weight, okay. So scans and several body systems, including the eyes, ears, neck, throat and heart, came back normal. He is completely normal, okay. There is no any problem, there is no any heart block, there is no any problem in this matter. I like to say, like Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Donald Trump also does not touch alcohol. He works like our Indian Prime Minister. He also works for 16-17 hours a day out of 24 hours. So he is a workaholic person. He is a very hard-working person, okay. At this age of 78, you just think what he thinks about what happened during Joe Biden. Joe Biden, in the last few years of his presidency, he could not remember things. He was forgetting many things, and he was telling wrongly in the press conferences. So that is why there was a health issue, and it happens with everybody, with everyone who will come in that stage, okay, or in that age. So physician noted scaring on Trump's right ear Why in the right ear there was a scar? So why it had happened? Because you all know that there was an assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania in July 2024 when he was in an election campaigning. Okay, so Dr. Barbavela, Dr. Barbavela also shared that the president had undergone a colonoscopy in the summer of 2024, during which it was revealed that he had benign polyp and diverticulitis, which is inflammation in the pockets of colon. A follow-up colonoscopy was recommended in 3 years' time. Trump's medical history also includes a post-COVID infection. Okay, so Trump's medications include prescriptions for cholesterol, a cardiac prevention medicine, and a cream to use as needed for a skin condition. Okay, so the physician also notes that Trump at some point had bilateral cataract surgery. Okay, so overall, Barbavela, a decorated Navy physician, says that Trump is in quote robust cardiac, pulmonary, neurological, and general physical function unquote. Okay, so and that his active lifestyle includes both golf and the general activeness required of his station helps his well-being. So he plays regularly, he plays golf, so that gives him strength, that gives him energy, that gives him freshness. Okay, so this is Donald Trump. So you find that there is a similarity between Donald Trump and Narendra Modi. Both of them do exercise, both of them live an ascetic life, both of them do not touch alcohol, so abstain from alcohol. So these are the things that make a leader a leader. Okay. Okay, so President Trump exhibits, it was said, Dr. Barbavela said, quote, President Trump exhibits excellent cognitive and physical health and is fully fit to execute the duties of the commander-in-chief and health of state, unquote. So this is the thing. So the report also said that Trump scored 30 out of 30 on a Montreal Cognitive Assessment Examination. Trump's health and cognitive acuity had been central to calls for him to release his medical records. Okay, so you see that both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Donald Trump have similarity in health sector also, and in terms of their health, in terms of their experience, in terms of their but there is a difference definitely. He was a billionaire, Donald Trump, he is even, but our Prime Minister Narendra Modi was a tea seller. That was his humbleness. This is Indian democracy. In Indian democracy, anyone who is having ability, who is having skills, who is having that kind of party affiliation or that kind of dexterity can become president or hold any office in India. If you have that skill, if you have that power, if you have that knowledge. Okay, so you see, and regarding healthcare, I would like to say the vision both I have studied that both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Donald Trump are having similar kind of vision in regard to healthcare. Okay, so PM Modi recently urges on the World Health Day, I will say very recently on 7th April 2025, our Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi told that he reaffirmed the commitment of building a healthier world. You see how his conception, he does not only think about the people of India, he thinks about the health condition of the people in the world. So he thinks that the people in the world as a whole should remain healthy. So how much or how far his thought has gone. Okay, so that is why Indian Prime Minister is a global leader. People say that our Indian Prime Minister is a global leader. He has surpassed the boundary of India. Now he is not the Prime Minister of India alone. He is the leader of the world as a whole. Okay, so you see, in his message he stated that what did he say? That that he stated that the government will continue to focus on healthcare and invest in various aspects of people's well-being. Mr. Modi emphasized that good health is the foundation of every thriving society. Good health is the foundation. Okay, so good health is the foundation of every thriving society. So referring to a report, the Prime Minister highlighted that it predicted 44 crore Indians will be suffering from obesity by 2050. So he urged everyone to reduce at least 10% of oil in their food and encouraged making exercise a part of the lifestyle. But Mr. Modi also said that these efforts will be collective contribution of every citizen in the journey toward a Viksit Bharat, because Viksit Bharat means a developed India, to make India a developed nation by 2047. If the people are not healthier, are not wealthier, then how the dream will be fulfilled? So at first the people will have to be healthy so that they can work hard, so that they can work according to their capacity and skills, and they can acquire skills, they can continue their education. Okay, that's why Mr. Modi has told this, that people should be healthy, because and it is the foundation of all thriving society, and India is also a thriving society, and people's health is a foundation. Okay, so it needs to be done, right? So I have seen that, but you see that he has introduced, our Prime Minister has introduced that many schemes, health related schemes. You see, Ujjwala Yojana has been introduced for women's empowerment, because if women suffer from from smoke, then what will happen? Because people in rural areas used to cook with wood and coal, so that that would go into their nose, through their nose, and it affected their health. So he talked about that. He thought about the elderly person. That is why he introduced another insurance scheme for, and he has extended maternal maternity leave for women. Okay, and lactating women. So the child care leave, so many leave schemes have been introduced by him. And for medicine, he has introduced medicine that gives very generic medicine in very lower prices to the people, so that poor people can survive. Poor people can take up medicine or health facilities, and there is health insurance scheme up to 5 lakh rupees. Those who will go under that scheme, every individual will get a facility of 5 lakh rupees. Okay, so you just think so many schemes, so that he thinks that Indian people's health is very much important, because health is wealth. Health is wealthier than wealth. Okay, so that is why from that conception he introduced that so many schemes for the health development of people of India. But at the same time, if you compare that, how is the policy, how is the outlook of the Indian Prime Minister and US President? You see, President Donald Trump announces action to make healthier prices transparent, the White House reported on February 25. I have read from the White House report on 25 on February 25, 2025 it was published. So he thinks that, and the heading has been given there, empowering patients through radical price transparency. Many people have been criticizing Donald Trump that he is not caring about Obamacare, and he is not providing facilities, health facilities to the people. But it is not the fact. There is another fact. There is another story, the real story hidden behind this campaigning. Okay, so Donald Trump, what is this? Today President Donald Trump signed an executive order. Today means on 25 February. Okay, so after coming 135 days, 35 and 5, and after how many days? Within 100 and within 1 month and 4 days, he introduced he introduced this healthcare prices. He said that healthcare prices should be transparent. Donald Trump signed an executive order to empower patients with clear, accurate, and accountable healthcare pricing information. The order directs the Department of Treasury, Labor and Health and the Human Services to rapidly implement and enforce the Trump healthcare price transparency regulations, which were slow worked out by prior administration. Okay, the departments will ensure hospitals and ensures disclosure of actual prices, now estimates, and take action to make prices comparable across hospitals and insurers, including prescription drug prices. Number 2, the departments will update their enforcement policies to ensure hospitals and insurers are in compliance with requirements to make price transparent, lowering costs for American families. Okay, when healthcare prices are hidden, large corporate entities like hospitals and insurance companies benefit at the expense of American patients. Price transparency will lower healthcare prices and help patients and employers get the best deal on healthcare. Prices vary widely from hospital to hospital in the same region. You see, one patient in Wisconsin saved $1,095 by shopping for 2 tests between 2 hospitals located within 30 minutes of one another. Number 2, you see, one economic analysis found that President Trump's original price transparency rules, if truly implemented, could deliver savings of $80 billion for consumers, employers, and insurers by 2025. So you see, the executive order has a far-reaching consequences on the American people as a whole. Next, number 3, employers can lower their healthcare costs by an average of 27% on 500 common services by better shopping for care. The Biden administration was sued in 2023 for not enforcing the prescription drug transparency requirements. The Trump administration will work on to hold health plans accountable for making drug prices transparent, right? So now I'll say personality traits of, now I'll say a little bit about personality traits of Narendra Modi and Donald Trump. You see, Mr. Modi is sometimes he is a yoga teacher, sometimes we see as him a wildlife photographer, a poet, a tech champion, and astute politician, and even a holy man clad in colorful robes and hairwear, we see, because he is an honest person, he is a straightforward person, he is having leadership qualities, his traits, his skills, and he speaks what he thinks. He has the capability to speak before everyone what he thinks right. He has the he can convey his messages directly to the people. He was successful in Gujarat, so he is successful here in India, in terms of India also. Okay, Chief Minister of Gujarat, he performed well, and we see that Narendra Modi is known here as he is a vision. He has vision, and his vision is very clear, and he can convey his vision to everyone. This is a very good quality. He started Make in India program, Swachh Bharat mission. Those are very important missions he introduced, and a multinational corporate. He works like a like a multinational corporation. He runs his government just like a multinational corporation. Same, our President Donald Trump also does so. And you see, so if you see that Prime Minister, like Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Donald Trump is also a very dynamic person. He is also a very dynamic. Our President Donald Trump is also he is also a dynamic person. If you see that he is also a very ambitious person, because he wants to see America great again, and that is why he is working from day to night for for remaking USA as the very most powerful and the most dignified country in the world. It is, but still he thinks that that the dignity and prestige of the United States of America is waning or went during the term of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So he wants to revive it, and he is a dominant individual, because he wants that people he will dominate the world. It is also good. Indian Prime Minister also thinks that India should be once again the India once again will take its right place in the World Shafa, that is World Council. Similarly, Prime Minister Narendra Modi thinks that India will once again become a developed nation by 2047. He has a clear vision. Similarly, our Donald Trump is also having a vision that he, in his election campaign, he told people that he wants to make America great again. So MAGA was his election mantra. Similarly, Indian Prime Minister is also having a similar mantra, that is, make India great again, MIGA. So if MAGA is the theory of Donald Trump, MIGA is the theory of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So both are having similarities. Okay, so Narendra Modi is a stubborn person. Similarly, Donald Trump is also a stubborn person. What Narendra Modi thinks, he does it, either directly or indirectly or subtly. But similarly, what Donald Trump thinks, he does it. You see, is there any president in the USA who dared to impose 245% tariff on China? Because Donald Trump thinks that China is bullying USA. He thinks that China is avoiding tariffs, and China's trade deficit. USA was suffering from trade deficit with China. That is why he wanted that almost all the jobs, more manufacturing jobs should be brought back to the USA. Okay, and India. Yes, USA is also sometimes afraid of India because of its soft power. It is not that India will attack America, India will attack any other country. No, there is no such any type of threat. India is not a threat to the USA, but China is a threat to the US, because China's economy is growing very rapidly, and if it continues in this way, definitely it may touch or cross within 2 decades. So Donald Trump is a patriotic person. Similarly, our Narendra Modi is also a patriotic person. So Donald Trump is an ambitious person. Our Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also an ambitious person, because nobody earlier saw a dream, nobody saw a vision that India should be a developed nation by 2047. It is a realistic idea, realistic vision. I have written a book on how India can become a superpower by 2047 last year, and this year I have written Vikshit Bharat, Challenges and Solutions. You see the books, because it is I am greatly influenced by the vision of our honorable Prime Minister, and I see that whenever I am studying the US and India, and particularly between the traits and personality and other things of America and India, so I think that and I find that there is a similarity, very similarity. That is why they have a chemistry. That is why our Prime Minister Narendra Modi loves and respects Donald Trump, and similarly Donald Trump also reciprocally loves and respects our Prime Minister. So this is the thing. Okay, so I will say that Donald Trump does not touch alcohol. Indian Prime Minister does not touch alcohol. Indian Prime Minister is having vision. Similarly, Donald Trump is also having a vision. He wants to make America great again. And if you say that leadership style, there is a similarity between many people in India say that Narendra Modi is having a dictator-like style of his work functioning. Similarly, in the USA also, the world is also saying that Donald Trump is having dictatorial leadership. And yes, you may say, people may say, because yeah, Donald Trump is bold, Donald Trump is competitive and self-assured, okay, and very tough and directive, that is dominant and impulsive, and you can say outgoing maybe, and traditionally he defies everything with an inclination to shed the truth and skirt the law. So that is you can say dauntless. So Donald Trump, this is the character, or these are the traits of Donald Trump. Similarly, I find here in Modi also these kinds of traits are available, okay. That is why I thought that I should make a comparison, or I should make a comparative study, so that people can know that how and where there is similarities, and why Prime Minister Narendra Modi is so popular in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is innovative, and he encourages others to be innovative, and he encourages people to be to acquire skill, to gain knowledge, okay. So and he prioritizes innovative thinking and adaptability. So these are the things. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he has the ability to bounce back from challenges, okay. It's truly remarkable. So this is the thing. Resilience is another trait that is very I mean, people give respect to this, and his leadership qualities for decision making and organizing people is tremendous, okay. So that is why that is why people respect and love our honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and he is having a strategic planning qualities also. Strategic planning empowers leaders to make the most available resources, and you see, Modi is known for his strategic planning skills, meticulously outlining the roadmap for India's development. He identifies key priorities, sets clear goals, and develops comprehensive strategies to achieve them. So these are the qualities that have made Narendra Modi an unchallenged leader. Nowadays, yes, will you find any alternate leader? You will not find. I do not find, at least, yeah, there are some opposition party leaders, and in India Jot also, or India Alliance also, but they are much more junior to him in terms of, or in relation to his sagacity, in relation to his skills, in relation to his experience, in relation to his speaking power, in relation to his memory, in relation to his lifestyle. So from all aspects, Narendra Modi is ahead of the existing political leaders, okay. So I would like to close here. I do not like to extend more because in the next video I will say you 7 things what Donald Trump said about PM Modi, and I will say that how Indian Prime Minister says Narendra Modi in the next video. I hope that you all will follow my next video. Thank you very much for lending your ears for such a long time, okay. Till then, bye.